Okay, welcome folks to our new video. This is going to go through reassembly of the Mitchell 206S light duty C spinning reel. Okay folks, in this little clip, the first step in assembling the reel again is we're going to put the ratchet mechanism back. And so we're going to start with this part here. You can just see, and this part here wants to go into the reel with that end facing the drum. Okay, and then you can see on the other side these pieces here need to be vertical that way. Okay, and underneath that you have the actual ratchet itself, which is this just here. So you can see to put it back in like that. So once you've got the anti-reverse mechanism in place, essentially what you need to do is turn it around and put this, you can see the slots there, attach it vertical and put in the screw, and you might want to just put your finger on it there just to stop it coming back out again. So now in the position where we've got this in place, and we've got to put a spring on it between here and here. So the way to do that is to hook the spring over one end of the turret, like so, and then I would put your finger on it because you don't want it to go flying, and then take the other end with a pointed tool, which is what I've got here, and just push it over the post. You can just see the post there. You push it over the other post, and there's no retaining pegs or anything on it, and that puts your clicker in place, which allows you to set the backstop for the reel when you're fishing, so that only the drag can take the line off. Okay, now the reason you see this fully assembled now in this particular shot is just because I had to shoot this sequence again because it didn't work the first time. Okay, the next thing to reassemble is the main cog here, which goes in like so. This is an oiled part, except for the actual cog itself, which will have grease on it, and that just goes in like so. Now before we do that, just remember that there is a brass washer that goes on there. I haven't actually taken that off, but it does come off, and it needs to be put back so that there's an interface between here and the cog. Okay, now you should be putting this slidey part here back with a bit of real oil, not grease. The clicker mechanism, which is not really a cog, is also oiled rather than greased. You can grease it, but you should really oil it. Okay, so that's more or less the correct way to grease the cog wheels. And it's worth mentioning that because these are sticky with grease, they do tend to accumulate bits of debris such as sea sand and such like. So when you're cleaning this up with white spirit, usually it is worth going through each of the teeth with a screwdriver blade and possibly a fine wire brush, and just make sure that they are all clear of debris before you put the reel back together. Right, so what we're going to do is assemble the bearing. It's important to note that because of this screw thread here on the end, there's nothing to hold this until you put the drum on. Okay, so it's worth noting that. So what we're going to do now is just assemble this. Right, so this is your main power cog, and this piece here, you feel this is rather slippy plastic. This is actually a Teflon bearing, so it doesn't have any moving parts, and it's made of Teflon, and as long as it's still a good close fit, it should actually be okay. It should last for a very, very long time. So there's a very close fitting washer. It goes on the back of the brass assembly here, and that's a very, very tight fit, or it should be. And then your Teflon washer goes on there. There's a brass washer, like so. Now if you note, the brass washer, you can just see there, fits over the wider part, and then you've got this here, which is a fibre washer, which fits over the slightly narrow part of the brass assembly. we're going to put a bit of grease on that, and this is going to be inserted downwards onto the bearing assembly, and then there's a loop collar that goes on over that, which we'll show you. Right, so this is the bearing assembly, and that goes on like so. We are eventually going to put a bit of grease on that brass over the top of there, which kind of holds it on, I guess. We've got this, which is going to be screwed down. Okay, so just tighten those up so they're firm, not mega tight, and you've now got your bearing assembly here, which, as I said before, there's nothing to stop this coming right back out again until that through screw thread there is on. But that Teflon bearing will now turn, and it should turn your main cog. This is going to get oiled because it's a sliding part, and there's going to be some grease put onto this. Okay, so that's what your wheel looks like at this stage. Okay, so let's deal with reassembling some of the drum components. And then the first thing we'll do is try and put the bail armrest back, and we'll see how we get along with that. Okay, so we've got two parts, and this is the bail armrest here, and it goes that way up, and if you can just see the light coming through there, that's what you're headed for. You push it through so it comes through like so, and then it should just rest, and it will slide forwards also. So the next thing I do is to put the spring in, and it's worth keeping your finger on it because it has a lot of energy, and it's a very light piece, which means that it can go flying all over the place. You can just see that pillar just there. That round section of the spring has to go over the pillar. Which is easier said than done, I have to say. It takes a bit of fiddling, and you then want to bring the spring top around. It's actually difficult to see this, but you bring the spring top around. Keep your finger on it, for God's sake, because it does go flying. And you basically click the spring. Let's try and get a bit more light in there. You click the spring under this tab here, and that's your bail armrest ready for use. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do now is just put the counterweight in. Okay, to assemble the counterweight, you don't really need to take this off actually, but you can kind of see that it's got a screw on it, and it's quite hard to get the screw in, so it's best to try and put the screw on the counterweight before you put it in. That's the best way to do it, I think. And it's essentially a self-tapping screw. It doesn't have a thread because this is a plastic casing. Self-tappers are the best thing to use. You need to find a screwdriver which is narrow enough to go into that little recess, and then you just screw it down, and that's it. It just fits there, and it's a pretty simple affair really. So there you go, that's your counterweight installed. Okay, so that is your drum now fully assembled. So the next part of the assembly is you just put your finger on that little cog there, and you want to push the drum on, and it should run freely and smoothly.